Good morning, everybody. This is Michael on a beautiful Sunday, chilly but beautiful still nonetheless. And I'm on the graveyard shift in the wee hours of the night with your daily trivia question. And lest you forget all that important information, I hope everybody is enjoying this day of rest. As we're wrapping up Thanksgiving holiday weekend. If you're making your way back home and all the craziness at the airport and on the road, please do safely so we can all together tackle next week and get ready for December. That's what I'm talking about. And how about those Wolfpacks? That's the NC State. Go Pack. What a game. Golly. Anywho, the answer to the previous trivia question was, of course, it was a two-part challenge. Vice President Gerald Ford and the 25th Amendment to the Constitution. Now remember, this is the era of Watergate, Nixon's administration. And Watergate has been featured, and all that goes with it has been featured on my trivia questions many times, because it's like a little candy store to pick and choose from. It's great trivia, great history. In 1973, Republican Vice President Agnew was forced to resign following a controversy over his taxes. This left Nixon with the task of selecting a vice president. So, under the terms of the 25th Amendment, which is the second part of the trivia question, a vice presidential vacancy is filled when the president nominates a candidate who must then be confirmed by both houses of Congress. Nixon had to be careful in his selection. He had to select somebody who was worthy of being approved by both houses of Congress. His pickle there was both houses were controlled by the Democrats, which often happens when you have a check and balance of powers like the United States does. He, of course, was a Republican, so he had to choose somebody who was worthy. Now, getting back to the 25th Amendment, this spells out the rules for what happens if the president is removed or dies or resigns, if a vacancy occurs within the vice presidency, as in reference to the previous trivia question, or if the president can't perform his or her duties. This was revised post the Kennedy assassination because nobody really knew what to do. They knew that there was the 25th Amendment, but they had to revise it just for more specifications. Okay. More recently, President Biden, in fact, this past week, had a polyp removed and went under anesthesia. He transferred power to Kamala Harris under the stipulations of the 21st Amendment, which was a historical occurrence in and of itself and would quite possibly appear on a trivia question in the future. That's how history works. I love it. Anywho, getting back to the factoids here, the nomination and subsequent approval of Gerald Ford for vice president in 1973 was the first use of the 25th Amendment post the Kennedy assassination. This turned out to be a smart choice. Ford was popular among both members of Congress. He was someone who could reach across both aisles and be compatible in that political aspect. Ford won the approval of both houses by huge margins and easily became the vice president. As we all know, in August of next year, Ford would ascend to the presidency after Nixon's resignation because of the Watergate scandal, even though Nixon is not a crook. And, of course, that brings us to today's trivia question. For November 27th, on this day, this is more recent. A lot of the younger crowd will be able to get this. On this day, in 2016, this American musical sets a new record for the most money earned in a single week on Broadway at an incredible $3.3 million. It is the story of, quote, America Then as told by America Now. Enjoy your Sunday, folks. Get home safely. And thanks for all you do. Peace out.